Hi, friends, and welcome. This is day 20 of my 40-day challenge of bringing spiritual insights to you. And today, this message is for someone who doesn't feel worthy, perhaps doesn't have a lot of self worth, doesn't feel worthy of love or joy or success, or maybe there's some areas in life that you just haven't been able to allow yourself to receive. And so, this message that I was receiving was this beautiful reminder that we are more than just human beings. We have a soul. We are these spiritual beings, and we're here to have this human experience. And so we are also these experiential beings. And the message that I was receiving is that as a soul, as a spiritual being, we were created. We are direct extensions from our Creator. We are extensions from God. We are inside of God's creation. And so, this beautiful question that I have asked many people came up, and I've asked this question to people many times, and it is, do you think God is worthy? Do you think God is worthy of all things? And I always receive this resounding yes, absolutely, God is worthy. And I've actually never come across anyone who has answered that question differently. And so recognize that God created you. God is within you. God is expressing and wants to express through you the truth of who you are, the immaculate concept held within the mind of God of what God intended you to be, your divine spark, this beauty, this grace, this joy, this love. And so, even if at a human level, you don't feel worthy, the message is that because you were created in love and that you are a direct extension, a creation of God, this consciousness, you're a part of this consciousness, that you by default are worthy. You are worthy of all things. You are worthy to experience joy. You are worthy to experience love and abundance and success and peace and harmony. And so recognize, if you can begin to understand that you don't need to earn it. You don't need to do something specific in order to qualify for worth, in order to be worthy to receive love, to receive joy, to receive abundance. Your birthright is unconditional love. Your birthright is abundance. Your birthright is joy and harmony and peace. And so I wanted to also bring a little bit of context around this expression that can happen through you. So within us, we hold all these pure qualities of this expression of God's pure qualities here, such as joy, pure bliss, unconditional love, wisdom, okay, vision, harmony, creativity, peace. We hold within us these beautiful expressions, these pure divine expressions. And throughout this life experience, we have been exposed to our environment, right? So our families, our culture, our friends, sorry, truck going by. We've been exposed to different belief systems and structures and paradigms, and looking at the world through a specific lens based on what we were taught, how we grew up. And so we take on those limitations, those limiting beliefs, those specific ideas and way of looking at the world. And so we can express and be experiencing life through duality, through distortion, through these filters, I call them. These filters that it's like we've put on these glasses, and there are these rose-colored glasses, and everything we look at is tainted by this specific color or this specific filter. And so we can't actually see and have the awareness sometimes of who we really are. We don't yet remember perhaps who we really are. And so, but we can begin to ask God to support us in that and say, you know what, I recognize that I don't feel worthy right now. I don't feel worthy to be this full expression of who I am, but I want to remember. So God, help me remember who I am. And I always like to say, in the name I am that I am, I remember who I am. So when we speak those words, in the name I am that I am, that's speaking from the place of your higher self. It is bypassing your ego. It is speaking from that place of that higher version of you that resides in the spirit realm, your I am presence, your higher self or your holy Christ self. And we can begin to make that statement, sit in quiet and in silence. And this starts to activate the remembrance within us of who we truly are. And on that pathway, we will be guided and supported to begin to uncover those filters that we have been living our life through, that we have been looking at life through, this lens that we have been thinking that we are, and how we see the world and what we think is possible for us. So I think the most important message is to recognize that you can bring this to the altar. I love to bring the things that I'm challenged by to the altar, the things that I don't understand, the things that I struggle with. And I ask God, I have a conversation and I talk about these things and I ask for guidance. And always, it might not be in that exact moment, but within the coming days, things start to reveal themselves. And I start to receive direction. I start to receive insight. I start to receive maybe an earth angel or somebody comes into my life that's going to support me in healing, in growing, in beginning to take off those glasses, beginning to being able to see the old beliefs that I have taken on that aren't serving me, that are limiting me. I begin to see and have this self-awareness around all the filters that I need to let go of so that I can allow that true, pure essence of divine unconditional love and light. I can allow my soul to express. I can allow my multidimensional being to begin to express through me, to begin to radiate through me. And the other beautiful reminder is that we, as our lower human selves, as human beings, we don't have to do it alone. We don't have to know how. And that can be really just hard to grasp, this concept that, do I really not need to do it alone? So if you've been trying to do things alone and trying to figure it out, trying to fix your life, trying to stop struggling in life, then this message is for you. This message is, take it to the altar. Bring God into your life. Recognize that God is within you and wants to express through you. And this is your choice to ask. This is your choice to lean into that and to begin to be willing and open. All it takes is an earnest heart and an honest asking and being open to receive that unconditional love that God has always been flowing to you. Because often we block that love, we turn away from it. And so it's still flowing, it's just flowing around us. It's not flowing through us. And so as we begin to embrace that, then things begin to shift and change. And that has been my journey. To be honest, I don't even remember now exactly what year it was, but it was probably over 20 years ago that I was in a situation where I hadn't been asking for support from God. I hadn't been really paying attention. I was just going through life trying to figure everything out on my own. And I ended up in a really tough situation that was not only dangerous to myself, but I just arrived at a place where I had nothing left. And that was all I had left, was to turn back to God and to ask for that support, to ask for that guidance. But in that moment, there was something that happened, and it was that I became open, I became willing, I stopped fighting it, right? And I said, I'm up against a wall. I have nothing more. I have nothing left to give. And I said, I need a miracle. I need that support. I need help. And that's exactly what happened. I had a miracle, and my life started on an entirely new path. And I made a promise to myself that I would be a vessel, that I would do whatever it took to be this guiding light for others. And I've continued to do that. And you can too. You can be a guiding light for somebody else, because we need people, we need humans that are willing to be open, to be the guiding light, to be the expression of God's light working through us, especially at this time. So I just want to bring it back to, you are worthy just by being here, because God created you, and you don't need to earn it. You don't need to do something specific. It is innately this gift of God's kingdom. It is within you. And so recognize that just by your pure existence, just by being, you are worthy of love. You are worthy of unconditional love. You are worthy of joy. You are worthy to experience success and abundance and peace and harmony and bliss and awe and wonder in this life. So if you enjoyed my video and this is helpful for you, please like my video. Please share this video with someone who may really need this message right now. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I'm just grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be able to share these messages with you that have been so impactful for me in my life. And I love you. I love you, and I want you to know that you are loved. And I want you to know that you are sacred, and that you are holy, and that you are perfect and whole. That's how God created you. I love you so much.